One of the most heartwarming stories of the Trump administration so far has been the beautiful friendship between Donald Trump and Elon Musk, two men who had previously never had a friend. But today, that friendship got doged.
Elon Musk speaking out in a big way on the big, beautiful bill. He took to X a short time ago, writing, quote, "I'm sorry, but I just can't stand it anymore. This massive, outrageous, pork-filled congressional spending bill is a disgusting abomination. Shame on those who voted for it. You know you did wrong. You know it."
Chainsaw! Oh no, not my two favorite people fighting. Don't make me choose who I love more. But yes, Elon is worried that Trump's bill will raise the deficit too high. And when Elon is worried about something getting too high, you know it's too high.
The New York Times reports that Musk allegedly used drugs far more than previously known.
Whether Elon was using drugs on the job or not, I have no idea. I do know one thing about the television industry, though, especially the news industry, and that is whatever unusual images we have of Elon's enthusiastic time in Washington, D.C., those images will now be repurposed and given a slightly different meaning and context.
Musk's departure comes as a jaw-dropping New York Times report claims he was taking a cocktail of drugs while on the campaign trail. According to the Times expose, Musk's erratic behavior, including waving a chainsaw around and that notorious Nazi-like stiff arm, can be attributed to a daily mix of ketamine, ecstasy, psychedelic mushrooms, and Adderall. They claim he traveled with a daily medication box that holds 20 pills.
Ever since President Trump took office, he's been attacking the establishment press harder than Elon's face by his own kids. And now the Trump administration is welcoming a crop of new media reporters to the White House. In fact, they're not just replacing old media, they're great replacing them.
Starting today, this seat in the front of the room, which is usually occupied by the press secretary's staff, will be called the new media seat. We have an individual in our new media seat today. His name is Tim Pool.
Okay, all right. Lovely to meet you, Tim Pool, a YouTuber and I'm assuming former GameStop employee. Now, his head might be cold, but he's in the hot seat. Let's hear him hold this administration's feet to the fire.
Many of the news organizations that are represented in this room have marched in lockstep on false narratives, such as the Very Fine People hoax, the Covington smear, and now what's being called the Maryland Man hoax. I'm wondering if you could comment on that unprofessional behavior.
Wow, now that's a great question. Everyone in this room sucks. Do you care to comment?
Hey, airlines, are your passengers uncomfortable with the look of your pilots?
DEI.
Then you need White Flight, a revolutionary new service offering racial support pilots. Sign up and your diverse pilots will be given one of our White Flight stand-ins. Passengers will be reassured by a handsome Caucasian pilot with a penis. When the flight begins, your White Flight pilot will control his video game.
Check this out. I'm about to clear this level.
While the actual pilots fly the plane.
That's not easy.
Need to make an announcement? Our special PA attachment will put your passengers at ease.
Folks, this is your
Captain Dirk Montana. We're dealing with some bumps here, but I just want to reassure you I can name all 5 members of the Dave Matthews Band. First off, we got Carter Bovey on drums.
We're going to be okay.
Upon landing, your passengers will feel relaxed and grateful.
Thanks so much for getting us here safe.
It's been a privilege. A white privilege. Because of the
White Flight racial support pilots.
President Trump is truly the most transparent and accessible president in American history.
We have truth on our side at this White House.
I think everybody, the American public, believe it's absurd for anyone to insinuate that this president is profiting off of the presidency. It's frankly ridiculous that anyone in this room would even suggest that President Trump is doing anything for his own benefit.
That's all he I think the more she lies, the bigger her cross gets. Is that possible? It's like some sort of weird Pinocchio cross. The president can't be bought.
Bill, we go live to Washington with the actual big, beautiful bill. Bill, these Republicans have some pretty harsh words for you.
Well, I have some harsh words for them, Michael. How rude. First of all, they were gassing me up, calling me beautiful. They spent all night passing me. But after they ran me through the house, now they act like they weren't into it? Please.
Well, to be fair, they're finding out a lot about you. You ban regulations on AI. You allow the president to ignore court orders. You kick millions of people off their health care.
They passed me, okay? They're the ones who voted for me without getting to know me. They say they regret it now, but you should have seen them on the House floor. It was wild, okay? They're trying to stuff their amendments into me, all 220 of them. They're screaming, of pervs.
Okay, but a lot of your amendments were added at the last minute. Not everyone got to read them, like Marjorie Taylor Greene.
You say that like she can read.
Yeah, a fascinating and blistering war of words.
It is getting messier literally by the minute.
Well, it's crashing and burning right now.
The bromance is over.
Elon and I had a great relationship. I don't know if we're well anymore. I was surprised, but I'm very disappointed in Elon. I've helped Elon a lot.
This was an interesting response, because for every other ex-staffer who speaks out against Trump, he's like, this loser, piece of shit, low-life dirtbag. I wish I'd fired him sooner and his wife. But when it came to Elon, he was more subdued. And I think that's because Trump could tell that deep down inside, Elon has $400 billion.
Let me read a little bit of what Donald Trump posted on Truth Social. Elon was wearing thin. I took away his EV mandate that forced everyone to buy electric cars that nobody else wanted. And he just went crazy.
That's not fair. Elon Musk didn't just go crazy. He's been crazy for a long time. And maybe he's right. What kind of idiot would be into Elon's cars?
I love Tesla.
Not anymore. Can we just point out how crazy 2025 is? Most people can't afford to eat eggs anymore. Meanwhile, these two billionaires are attacking each other from different social media platforms that they each own. Maybe we should eat the rich. But Trump, Elon, let's calm down, all right? Things are getting a little too heated. At this point, we can still walk away from this. Right? Let's not say something we can never take back, right? Right?
Elon Musk tweeting within the past 1 minute, time to drop the really big bomb. Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That's the real reason they have not been made public. Have a nice day, DJT, exclamation point.
America, tonight, we are a nation at war.